Tarah Carr was living in Okinawa with her husband, Mr. Adam Carr, for several years while he was out as a Green Beret. Can we give it up for Adam Carr? Thank you for your service. She's currently a superstar diamond coach. They just moved to Dublin, Ohio. They'll be building there. She's a 2013 elite coach. She's currently number 6 on the 2014 Elite 10 leaderboard. She was a top 10 coach in 2013. She's a Success Club 10 All-Star with 31 personally sponsored lifetime diamonds. Give her a hand. Wow. Our next speaker is also a superstar diamond coach, Melissa McAllister. She's from Melissa, Texas. Very cool. She's currently number 8 on the 2014 Elite leaderboard. She's a Success Club 10 All-Star with 35 lifetime diamonds. She's a 2013 Elite coach and a top 10 coach and a member of our Millionaire Club. She's currently serving as a member of our coach advisory board representing all of you guys. So now, what I want you guys to do is 2 things. Number 1, get ready to take selfies. Get ready to take selfies. And then number 2, give it up for 15-star diamond Melissa McAllister and Tarah Carr. Keep it going. Let's hear it, guys.
Do you think it was just too much to be jealous? Because he was totally texting me all night last night, and I really told him that. So, what do you think? Did you think the girl was pretty? She's so short in that dress. It's not even so bad. She's like summertime silence. Let me take a selfie. So I want you to look at these pictures, and as you can see, each one has a hashtag. So all I did was I went onto my Instagram, and I put in these hashtags. So the first one we see is Flex Friday. False advertising? Do you see muscles being flexed? No, what do you see? You see a flash. Flex Friday's fine, but flex something. The next one is, are you guilty of this? Beachbody has a little bit of money. I don't know if you know this. They got all that money. You cannot compete with Beachbody, so do not advertise like Beachbody. The next one is Shakeology. Please, if you kiss your Shakeology, you can kiss your business goodbye. True story. So we all love it. It doesn't work. The next one is a sweaty pig, cool with me, but not a sweaty earlobe. It's kind of gross, right? Sweaty earlobe. Down at the bottom left, we've got cheat meal. Tarah and I have decided that is a cheat week. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a pile of nachos this big. It's a cheat week. Nobody wants to see that. Selfie. Did you just get out of the shower? It's all blurry. Selfies are wonderful, are they not? And the Transformation Tuesday, I don't know if you can see that, but it's the funniest picture in the world because all she did was she dropped her drawers and she took a picture of her legs and her undies. So her pants around her legs. And then the last one, of course, it's called fist bump. Fits inspiration, not tips.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking, I posted that before. We both have. We've done things like that.
Live and learn.
But we want to show you guys that you have to have a 10-second brand. So when someone goes to your Facebook page or your Instagram page, we're giving you examples of what ours look like. Because you have 10 seconds to capture someone's attention. So when you go to Melissa's, what do you see? Abs, hello, muscles everywhere. She's very friendly. She's not closed off in her pictures. So when I go to Melissa's Instagram, I know I want help with fitness, because obviously she's the expert. And then when you go to mine on Facebook, I have a lot of words. I don't know if you can read them all the way to the back, but a couple of them say organic living, fearless faithful leader, entrepreneur, mom, charity, a dreamer, doer. So I'm attracting people that I want most like me. So someone who's going to go to my page and see that right away, they're going to want to follow me if they agree with some of those things in there. So you want to capture someone before they start scrolling. So ask someone that's close to you that you trust, look at my page. Doesn't have to be now, it can be when you revamp it, and say, what would you say if you didn't know me? What would you say is my 10-second brand? Why would you want to follow me? Make sure it's someone you trust and not someone that's just going to say, that looks great. You want to have thick skin in social media. Be able to take criticism. Your story supports your brand. Obviously that's photoshopped. I don't have a torso that long. Be the hero of your life, not the victim. One of my mentors, Melissa and I went to his storytelling power event, which was just life-changing, was it not? It was absolutely incredible. And he talked about how you want to be the hero of your story, not the victim. Have you ever met a person where you're like, hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you forever. They're like, I've been having all these health problems. I can't poop for like a week. I'm so depressed. Everything sucks. My friends are so annoying. I just think I'm so stressed. I'm like losing my hair. Do you want to hang out with that person? No. You're like, oh, okay, nice. She's talking to me. You're like, oh, really away from them. But then yet someone else will have the same circumstance of them. I have a coach. She had cancer. She doesn't anymore. And the way that she told her story, she was not the victim. She was the hero. Everything you heard her say was not hitting me, this sucks. You know, I'm losing my hair. She's like, check out my pixie cut. That's what you want. You want to be the hero of your story. Facts tell, stories sell. It doesn't matter if you know every ingredient in Shakeology. It doesn't know if you know every macronutrient. Nobody cares. They can Google that stuff. You know, a lot of people don't, but they should. Stories are what's going to sell those products. Everyone that's earning a commission on the backside is someone who's telling a story. Someone who trusts them and says, I want to sign up with them. So you have to ask yourself, what makes you different than the person sitting next to you right now? We're all Beachbody coaches. We all have a different story. There's not a single one in this room that has the same exact story. Even if you're military life or wife, we all have different stories. So you have to learn to share your story so people can trust you. And if you're someone that doesn't trust people easily, which that was me, I had a lot of walls built up, even when I met my husband. I had to learn to break them down. You have to be open so people can trust you. When you do this, though, be authentic to yourself. I know you always hear people say, follow successful people. Duplicate what they do. That doesn't mean copy and paste their statuses. Be authentic to yourself. You attract people who are most like you. If you're not putting out yourself, you're not going to attract people like you. And then you're going to get annoyed with them. You're like, who is this person? So be authentic when you're doing it. And the last one is the 3-step outline. We learned this from Bo Eason when we were at the event. So I want to do a little thing with you guys. Thing. I want you all guys for a second to close your eyes. I can't see the back if you're cheating, so honor system.
I can.
Can you see them?
I can.
Got it. So you want to close your eyes. And I want you for a second to envision the deepest, darkest moment in your life. Something that you're like, oh, that's just a pit feeling in my stomach. I would never want anyone to know that. Think about how it made you feel. Think about how scared you were that someone might find that out about you. I want you to keep your eyes closed. And I want you to raise your hand if you're thinking to yourself, I would never share that on social media. Keep your eyes closed, raise your hand. I want you to open your eyes, keep your hands up. I want you to look around this room. We all have something that we're scared of sharing. That's what you have to share. You have to share that moment. You have to be confident and comfortable of letting people in your life. You have to be a storyteller. Those moments suck. Melissa and I are far from perfect. There were points in my marriage where I was on the verge of a divorce. Do you think I wanted to blast that on social media? No. But it was more authentic when I could share to people when they see my marriage now that it took a long road to get there. When I was $35,000 in debt and I signed up as a coach, do you think I wanted to tell people the debt I had? No. I wanted to be a badass, like I got this. But when I shared with people that I started doing the Dave Ramsey system and I started paying off all of my debt because of my Beachbody business, more people wanted to join me because who doesn't have debt, right? So you have to be authentic to sharing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. So a lot of you are sitting there and you're like, okay, great. I have a story. That's awesome. I don't know how to share it. Or maybe you're like, I don't know what my story is. I feel like I have a lot in my head. We're going to give you a 3-step outline that Bo taught us. When you leave here, write this down. When you leave here, before you get on the plane, it could be on the plane, but if you touch the ground in your hometown, you haven't done this, we're finding you in trouble. 3 different ways. I want you to think of that story that you just did. And I want to have you write it as a child's perspective. An 8-year-old don't use fancy words, they don't understand them. Think like, oh, poop. Write it as a child. Number 2, I want you to write it from someone else's perspective that maybe was there during that moment. For me, it was my mom. I wrote it in the perspective of her eyes. And it made me just respect her so much for what she did for us when she was alone for so long. So write it in someone else's eyes. Melissa did that as well with her mother. I remember she did that. And we both were like, Mom, hey. Number 3, write it as a fairy tale. If it has a terrible ending, maybe you had something traumatic happen to you in your life, finish it with a beautiful ending. And then take all of those 3 versions, put them in a mashup. Put your story on an 8x10 piece of paper, not with 8 font. You don't want it to be super long. And then in there, find your one true sentence. That one true sentence that you're going to say 1,000,000 times over that you think people will be sick of. They won't. Because you're always going to have new followers. So I want you to find that one true sentence. I want you guys to work on that when you leave this, to figure out what your story is that you're going to share with other people.
Do you want to share your one true sentence?
Oh yeah. Ready? We had to go on stage and say this like in the middle of nowhere. My one true sentence was, for 18 years of my life, I grew up with empty promises and a broken home. So when you say that, you think, what the heck happened to her? Right? You want to know more? Yeah. That's what you want. You want people to want more of your story in bite-sized pieces. Don't give it to them all. You don't give them the cookie and the cake and the ice cream too. Give them a little bit. What was yours? You want to share yours?
When I was born, doctor after doctor after doctor told my parents my feet would have to be amputated.
Oh, right? What did Bo said when she said that? He said, what does everybody think when she says that? What do you think? Why? You look at her feet, right? You're like, why?
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. But you know, for the first time when I went to this event with Melissa, we roomed together. We slept in different beds. I knew her story, like a little bit. We went to Argentina, and I knew something could happen to her. But she's like, do you want to know like my real story? Do you want to see my video? And I'm like, yeah. I gained so much respect for Melissa. I was in tears bawling, not because I pitied her, but because it made me see how strong of a woman she was. Don't worry if people are going to pity you. They're not. It's the way that you tell your story. Look her up on YouTube. It's amazing.
All right, so I get to talk to you about how genuine are you. So this is my coach, Tarah. And I want you to look at the first picture. What's just the first thing you focus on when you look at that Instagram post? The one. No, you're supposed to say Shakeology. So if you look at that picture, at least I would be, and that's the reason I picked that picture is because I think I'm being told, right? I see the Shakeology bottle, or the Shakeology, you can combine them, I do that sometimes. The Shakeology bag, I don't even want to read what's underneath because in my opinion, she's just going to tell me about a great ingredient of Shakeology or how made a regular or whatever. So I don't even want to read what's underneath. However, her name is Tarah Brown. Yeah, there's another Tarah Brown in Beachbody too. This is my Tarah Brown. And she's actually a comedian. She's so funny, but she thought she had to be a Beachbody coach and post products all the time. So I found this post of hers, and you can't read it. It says, how come none of the other moms at my son's preschool wear this stuff? right?
Doesn't say stuff.
Yeah, it's hilarious because when you see that picture, you see she's happy, she's smiling, right? She's fit. And then you want to read the post because you're like, why is she taking a picture of herself in that outfit? So you read the post and you're like, oh, she's funny. She's also a mom. You know what? That's her target market. She's looking for moms that are fit or want to be fit. And so she has hit her target market. It's a great post because she is, you're learning about her and not the products that she sells. And she got three likes on the Shakeology one, and she's got 40-something on this one. And I would love it if, because we want you to be really interactive on your phones right now. If you're on Instagram, would you like that? Could you imagine if all of you guys like that picture?
What happened?
She couldn't make it here today, but that would be amazing. So, but that's, she was hiding in that first picture. She wasn't being authentically herself. She was hiding because she was afraid of being judged. And so once she became herself and let herself be who she is, she's really built her Instagram brand.
So raise your hand if you felt like you've been judged on social media before. Right? Isn't that awesome? No, we never say that. We can get 1,000 likes and 500 comments, but that one person says something negative and we obsess about it. Like, dang it, what did I do wrong?
Nothing.
People's opinions don't pay your bills. Get over the haters. You're going to win some people, you're going to lose some people. The people that you lose weren't meant to work with you anyways. The people that you're going to win are going to be your lifers. So you have to have social media thick skin. We get them all the time. I had a post about my husband coming home and someone was like, why are you being mad about that? You can't care about what other people think. So when you're going into your page, go in there just open. Expect that people are going to hate it. Actually, be so awesome that you have so many haters. That's my goal. Are your posts engaging? Melissa! She's going to let me talk about this.
Failing forward. This is a failing forward moment for me. It was when we were at Go Eason, and you hear in this business all the time, consistency is key, right? Consistency. And I will keep that in my coaches. You don't have to work really hard, you just have to be consistent. I wasn't following that rule. And because we were so busy at this amazing seminar, by the way, that I hadn't posted for a while and I was feeling guilty. This is Facebook. And I was feeling guilty, so I did a Google image search really fast. I put in the word leader, I think, and this is what I got. Great, right? And then I made a post, and what is the very first sentence? My team is amazing and very successful. Does that make you want to be on my team? Probably not. But I was in a hurry, and I put this picture up, which now that I look at it, and I've learned from my good friend, expert Tarah, that looks like an advertisement for a business, right? It doesn't look like someone that personally wants to change your life. So I posted this, or I did it really fast. Tarah comes into her room, and I look at her and I say, I just can't get the likes on my pictures that you can on Facebook. What am I doing wrong? Look at this. And she terrorized it.
I did. So I said to Melissa, I'm like, yeah, give me your computer, can I have your password, can I get your pictures? And I said, the only thing is I get to use whatever I want. And she was like, oh. So I grabbed a picture of Melissa. She was at a Platinum Edge event. It was a different sign. I went on Pick Monkey, this free thing, and I put, I want to mentor you. The next one is her house. Hello, who doesn't want to live there? Guest room, Tarah Carr. Picture of her family is absolutely gorgeous. And then her abs, and her arms, and every muscle she has on her body. So I captured everything about Melissa, and then I changed the way that it started. And I said, do you have a story? I do. And it's why I know that I am highly successful. Do you believe that our struggles happen for a reason? So we can help other people through them? I do, and I can help you through yours because I've conquered mine. Do me a favor and imagine what you want and then I went on to say your life. What do you want your life to look like? Do you want to own a house? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to go on mission trips? What do you want to do with your life? Because I can help get you there. And she's like, I don't know. How does that come across? Do I feel like I'm bragging? No. You're successful. Don't be ashamed of that. Share that to encourage and inspire someone else. So I just posted it. I don't even remember if she said yes. But she got like 2,800 likes within an hour. Her last post, did you see it had like 10? What's better, orange guy who's like this and Melissa's like, hey, right? Don't be afraid to come across as who you are, as long as you're doing it in a humble way. So we kind of mess with each other's stuff. And
Do you see the very last, I'm sorry, I digress, but the very last comment?
oh, sorry, have a mentor at school already. Hater. So we're going to go through some before and afters to give you guys some examples. I don't know if you're visual people like we are, but we like to see real life examples on social media on what helps.
Yeah, so this is, last year I had the opportunity to speak with the amazing Monica Ward. And so I did what we did today. We took a picture, and this is a huge deal. I don't know if you have the aspirations to be up on stage, but we're so humbled to be here and to be able to have the opportunity to share with you. And it meant so much to me last year. However, this is BT before Tarah. And so, you know, I made a post, BT, and I still didn't catch to be authentically you and to share your story and to be inspiring. It was just, to me, it was just on Facebook regurgitating the events, but there was no feeling in it. So as you look at this post, I want you to see that it's very generic. And look at the hashtags. Well, there's nothing exciting about it, and I would do it completely different now. But once again, it got terrorized.
I don't recommend hashtagging fire your boss if you're still employed. I don't know if you know, they might find you. I don't know, just saying. So this is the after. I'm not going to read it, it's really long. But it got a lot of traction, as you can see. Yeah. Another what? How many likes is that? 8,000? That's good. 8,000? Crazy, right? Now I know a lot of you are thinking like, well sure, if I had abs like Melissa and holding a pretty ball, I'd do that too. That's what I thought. But you all can do that. And we're going to show you some examples of some coaches I asked to send me pictures of ones where they really sucked it. And they're like, sure. So we're going to show you some of them. But the point of showing you this is to explain to you that while you're at Summit, do not throw up on your social media. I know you want to show them every picture of you going potty in your new shoes and seeing Shalene run by and all you see is like her hair. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can send a picture of her shoes. They're always really cute. But post with purpose. I don't care if you take 30 minutes to post one post a day, but it is awesome. Don't think you have to do 4 posts a day because somebody told you 2 personal, 1 business, and 1 fitness. 1 post. 30 minutes. Put some thought and some heart behind it. Sometimes you'll see my post and they're a book. That took me a day or 2. But it got me a lot of people that followed me because they saw inside my heart. They saw it was authentic. And then they wanted to join me. Whereas if I'm just throwing up stuff, it's what everybody else is doing. Like, he's probably so annoying. Yeah, I know, I have a couple friends. That's what, you don't want them to say that about us. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of some of my coaches. This is Danielle Hogle. Are you here in the house? Woo! Yeah. So she made a post about challenge packs. Raise your hand. Have you done this before? Have you used this picture? You did. I've done it too. People don't need to see that. They know Insanity. They know 10-Minute Trainer. She said challenge packs. Save on the most popular products like P90X, Insanity, Turbo Fire, Brazil Butt Lift, Hip Hop Abs, and more when you order these packages that include Shakeology and free coaching. Look at the next one. Oh, by the way, she had one share. Don't think it was a person. She shared it to her own life page. This one is a recipe. It has nothing to do with Beachbody. Nothing. But she got over 70 likes. People wanted to know the recipe. Do you want to know an easy, healthy side dish that takes 5 minutes or less? Heck yes, sign me up. So she has people now engaging with her that she's helpful, and it's free help. The next one was Samantha McFadden. She's not here because she just had a baby. But she put, hey guys, I have 10 plus people, like, yeah, I'm hard, that have messaged me about the trial offer for Turbo Fire, P90X, and Brazil Butt Lift. Just a quick reminder, you only have 1 week left to get your choice program in Shakeology for $14.95. The first 2 people to commit tonight will get a free gift from yours truly. It's time to end the trend. What are you waiting for? Okay, now we're not trying to lie up here. We've all made that post where we're like, I have 2 spots left. You've got nothing. You've got nothing. I've done it too, it's okay. But her after is her pregnant. Now she wasn't sure she wanted to post about this at first because she thought pregnant people get kind of like that title where you shouldn't work out. You get the doctor hater comments like, you can't squat, baby's gonna fall out. But she was like, screw it, I'm gonna post my whole pregnancy about this. She has the most traction now because of that pregnancy. Makes me want to have another. She was just being authentic, talking about drinking Shakeology, doing her workouts, doctor said it was cool. So who do you think she attracted? Pregnant moms. You're not disabled. You got a baby in your belly. Work out. Next one, Amy Allen. Oh, Amy, I love you. She's like my trip buddy. She goes over with me because I don't know what's deployed now. She's like, Adam. She didn't say anything. She just posted a picture. Shanti is not that hot. Some people might disagree. You're hotter. So she posted it after of her husband coming home from a deployment. She got huge traction from that. Who do you think she attracted? Military wives. She didn't say anything about Beachbody, but now that they commented on her thing, like, so excited for you, I don't know you, yay! Now she's in their newsfeed. She's talking about what she can help them with. And now she's attracting other people. So the point of this is that we want you to post with purpose. We want you to think about the emotional connection. Who are you trying to connect with? Not everybody. Just what you're good at. What are you proud of? It could be anything. You could be like the world's best, fastest pie eater. I don't know how many people are out there that do that, but you will attract them. What are your achievements? Your confidence as a leader, your health and happiness, your financial success. That's my favorite one. Stop being afraid of what people are going to think if you post that you're making money. No one's going to say, man, that would suck if I made 6 figures with Beachbody. No. They just say that because they're haters. Let them hate. Post about your success. Melissa's great at this one.
All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about Instagram. And can I ask how many of you follow me on Instagram?
Yeah,
I do. I'm not talking to you, too. No, just kidding. It's okay. But I want you to know that I've been focusing on Instagram. I've been a Beachbody coach for 6 years this month. And the first 6 months, it was more market for me. Thank you. And then the next four plus years, I beat Facebook to death, and I loved it. But I'm here to tell you right now that if Facebook Tarah and Instagram Melissa were to get in a boxing ring, Instagram Melissa would win.
I would win. I have bigger muscles.
No. Facebook's getting difficult. They're getting very difficult with business, are they not? So I have a beautiful little blonde mentor that gave me the heads up, said, start working on Instagram. So I did. It's been a little bit over a year, and I had to play. It was trial and error. But about 41 weeks ago, Shalene asked me to make an ad video. She said, I'm going to do a free challenge, which is something I really highly suggest you do on your Instagram. You've probably done it on Facebook. Do it on Instagram as well, like a 7-day free challenge where you just post a recipe, or you post something motivational, or a fitness idea, or exercise idea, but free challenges are great for Instagram as well. That's what she was doing. So my husband and I took forever trying to make this ridiculous, if you've seen it, it's a 3-tier video of me doing 3 different ab exercises, but I did it, and I got hooked. And I loved it, because I am the girl in the gym that hates doing bicep curls, chest presses, and squats. I get bored stupid. So if I can come up with exercises to help people that keep them from getting bored doing the same old things over and over again, then I'm all over it. So for about 42 weeks now, I have been working on those videos. They're very authentic to me. But I will tell you, every single time I post one of those side-by-side videos, I instantly lose followers. Bless you. I lose at least 100 instantly. So it's gone on the feed, and at least 100 people are looking at it going, ew, I don't want to follow her. And it's hard on the ego. It's hard on the ego, I'll be honest with you. And there's a site called Statigram. You've heard of that, I'm sure. I used to go on Statigram, and I would look to see who I was losing. Don't do that. It's not worth it. They're not your target market anyway. It doesn't matter that I have over 200,000 people following me when I really just want to find 20 or 30 people, to be all honest with you, that I can help change their life. So don't get hung up on the popularity contest of getting as many likes as you can or as many followers as you can, because it really doesn't matter, okay? It's about quality over quantity as well. If you scroll through my Instagram, you're going to see a picture of me sitting there trying to look sexy with a McDonald's t-shirt on. Don't know what I was thinking, but I was actually on my way to Sundance, Utah for our CAB meeting, and once again, I got nervous because I hadn't posted for a while. And I said, oh, I'm going to find a picture I haven't used yet. That'll work. So So I posted it, and I talked about if you eat so many French fries, you have to do so many burpees. I thought it was genius. I sat there in that taxi cab and watched like 600 followers I lost. Oh, it was painful. However, it had over almost 300 comments on it. So even though it felt like a defeat because I had lost a bunch of followers, it resonated with some people because I had over about 300 people comment on that picture about, you know, my McDonald's and burpees, which is me, you know, fitness. I hate McDonald's. Post with a purpose. Every once in a while, I'll put a random picture up. You can do that as well. I have a formula for Instagram. First and foremost, I post my videos. And most of the time I try to do 3 in a row, don't hold me to it, but I try to do 3 in a row, and then I'll post something that I consider motivational. And that's, you know, maybe once a week, I'll put something motivational down. And then every couple of weeks, because I'm just not that funny of a person, I'll try to put something funny out. If you've watched the video of the gentleman that sits right in front of my camera and straddles it when we're in, you haven't seen that? You have to look it up, please. I had the camera up in a hotel, and I was going to film a video, and he interrupted it, and I put that up, and that's one of my highest liked videos, because for one, it was out of character, but it was fun, and so it helped generate interest. So you have to mix it up a little, but like I said, find your formula, whatever it is. I want you to be confident in what you do. It has to be you. So you might be in this business because you like the opportunity to own a business. Health and fitness may not be at the top of your list, but owning a business where health and fitness is a great perk is what you need to post about. If you love fitness like I do, post about fitness. If you like food or nutrition, you know, anything of that nature, then go for that. You know, you guys, you're vegetarian, you're paleo, find what it is that you love to talk about and be confident with it, okay? And make no apologies about it, because some people won't like what you do. I get all the time, bless you, with my videos, people will get second-guess me. I get asked all the time, what are your credentials? People will email me, that's not safe what you're doing right there. I'm okay with that, because out of the, you know, I don't know, let's say, you know, 200,000 people see it, I've got 2 people that don't agree with it, that's okay. I'm okay with that. On Instagram, look up fitness_dishes. They're probably one of the only IG accounts that I've actually ever shouted out, because it's helpful, it's useful information for free, and that's what people want. Okay, people want to be able to trust you off the get-go, and if you give them helpful information for free, you've got them. They're going to come to you when they really want to go further to the next step. So fitness_dishes gives you the picture, and in most places they'll say, go here to get the recipe, or go here to find this information. They put the recipe right there. So where am I going to go when I want information on food, right? It's to them, because they are the most helpful with the least amount of effort on my part. So that's really huge when it comes to that. Now, people ask me all the time, how do you build your Instagram? It's really important. People I don't hashtag anymore. I don't do it so much, but the second one is to always engage people by asking them a question, or of course saying, you know, tag your workout buddy, or tag your best friend from high school, or tag somebody who has a bulldog as well, okay? So that really creates engagement, and that's how I build my Instagram. If you look at all my comments, there's somebody who's hashtagged somebody else in it, or tagged it, because they like that exercise.
And that goes both ways. That goes on Facebook too.
Absolutely.
Ask a question, end with a question. You want to engage it where they're just not liking it. So make sure you do that on both.
And there's other ways too, like IGshoutout.net. I'll make sure I have that right. IGshoutout.net is a place that you can actually buy shoutouts. There's a multitude of them, and they're as cheap as $6, all the way up to someone will charge you $250 to shout. But that's a great, legitimate way to get your target market, okay? It's like Facebook ads now, which I don't really understand that well, but when you're trying to reach your market, IGshoutout.net. There's another one called IGfeatures.com, and I was going to tell you they were wonderful, but they shouted me out at 2:30 in the morning. So I wrote him an email and I said, that was a waste of my money. Nobody was up at 2:30 in the morning. And he said, it's not my fault. So I don't know how reliable he is. But IGshoutout.net is a great place for you to start, just to get you a couple of followers to get your account really going. Please don't ever buy fake followers or fake likes, and I'm sure that goes with Facebook as well, because people notice the ratio. If you've got 18,000 followers and you've got 25 likes, there's something wrong there, and people won't trust you. So make sure not to do any of that stuff. Really build your own account and make it all yours. Be authentic with you.
And I think what's important when she says that is your worth isn't the amount of likes you get. It's not the amount of followers. When I started in 2011, I had 300 Facebook friends. I probably didn't even talk to half of them. I now have thousands on my platforms, but my worth doesn't feel any different because I'm focused on quality people, not quantity. I also want to tag on what she said about, you said something great. Oh, fitness. She was like, follow the fitness recipes. It's great if you love fitness, but keep that in mind. You were at my workshop last year, you heard me make a joke with Allie about working out, and I said my favorite workout was walking in heels, and I wasn't lying. I'm a Beachbody coach, but I don't love working out. I just lost 60 pounds because I had to. So if you're someone who doesn't love fitness and you have to force it, it's not going to come across as authentic. I tried that because I thought I had to. But I was attracting people who loved fitness and we just didn't get along. But I love entrepreneurs, I love Leos, I love moms, I love military wives, so I just started talking about me, being raw and real and blunt, people that understood me. And so that's how I built my business. And as you can see, we're both at the same level, but we've done completely different things. So when you're thinking about what is your 10-second brand, make sure it is authentic to you. Make sure it's something you can talk about. You don't have to Google it. You're a self-proclaimed expert. You don't need to ask advice for anyone. You don't have to look at recipes. You already know what to talk about. We want to end this off and then we'll have questions at the very end, but I love what Jeff Hill said yesterday. When he was talking about his wife, he said, you'll have good days and you'll have other days. But I want to add on that you'll never have a bad day as long as you're a Team Beachbody coach. Can I get an amen with that? Seriously? How many other people can say that they're their own business owner and they can retire their spouse if they want to? They can help people with their health. They can help people fight disease. They can lift one another up. They can attend bomb diggity things like this. You'll never have a bad day as long as you're a consistent coach. And when you're down, because we've had so many moments where we still go down, when you're down, that's when you push the hardest. That's not when you sit back and you say, oh, woe is me, the team sucks right now. Because if you think your team sucks, it's you that sucks.
Ooh, preach.
Yeah.
Take them to church.
Look in the mirror, and if you don't like where you are, it's your leadership. So you can't try to track something that you're not doing. So make sure that you're always posting your story. Have we said that enough?
Yeah.
Your story. Leave here posting your story. I want to leave you out with a little bit of inspiration because I have to say it was my goal. Anybody know what my goal was? Anybody?
I know.
He just retired last week early. I remember in 2011, I was sitting in a chair. I'm not crying. And I remember being up on stage because I was a Beachbody Challenge finalist for losing weight, and I thought, like, what is wrong with this company? Like, everyone is so crazy, like, happy. Like, I feel like they all have problems, and they drink this thing, and they love it. That's what I talk about. And at first, I was a little overwhelmed with, like, all you people. But then I fell in love with it. I remember standing on stage, and it was Mike Ryan. I don't know if he's here. And it's random. But I was looking at Mike Ryan, and he was crying. And he was looking at all of us, and I'm like, wow, those are real tears. And he's a man. He was so happy for us. He didn't know us. And I remember him coming up to me and giving me a big hug, and he's like, you look fantastic. I love that you're here. Stay here. This is so awesome that you're here. And I thought that was so cool. And I remember standing on stage and singing empty seat just like that. And I remember thinking, why do I have an empty seat? And I can do that because I have the power right here. I have nothing different than any of you have. I had a mom that made me cry, clearly. And he's home, and he's in that chair. It's not easy. I want you guys to be here with something like that feeling, that pit in your stomach feeling. say it right now. Leave here inspired. Leave here focused. You're going to leave Summit, you're going to be on a high. And then you're not going to be surrounded by these crazy people. And you're going to be like, this sucks.